Hi there, and welcome to this week's edition of Top End Track Talk. I'm Andrew O'Toole, and today we'll be previewing Day 2 of the Great Northern Darwin Cup Carnival, and that is Asian United Food Service Chief Minister's Cup Day this Saturday, the 9th of July. After a bumper start to the carnival last week, with 9 races carded, we have a couple less for Day 2. However, the fields are again more than acceptable, with 62 acceptors and some competitive contests among them. It wasn't easy to pick winners last week, so let's hope we can find some form come this Saturday. The first race is timed to go at 2:11 p.m, while the last of the 7 is scheduled to jump at 5:40 p.m. In the first, the Sunbuild Handicap, a 0 to 66 event over the 1300 metres. My numbers are 3, 1 and 8. Number 3 on top for me, Norse Mythology, trained by Gary Clark and Jared Todd in the saddle. Good day for Clarkey last week, of course, with the treble, including the Guineas with Wolfburn, and I think he's in for another good day here. Norse Mythology having just its second start in Darwin. First up, it hit the line well and took the eye in this grade, 0 to 66, over 1200 metres. The extra 100 metres on Saturday in this event should be right up its alley. That effort the other day was behind Noble War, and it was certainly doing its best work late. I think it can get the chocolates in the first. Number 3, Norse Mythology. To beat last week's winner, number 1, Hellguard, trained by Dick Leach, and the Grasshopper will be back again, Hurricane Jason Lyon. He'll be back in the top end and takes them out again on Hellguard. That was in 0 to 76 company, so he's back in grade, but he is up 6 kilograms in weight. And backing up, well, that may be his biggest problem to overcome, but he was good last week, and we've put him in the mix to run second. In for third, number 8, Fragore. Jade Hampson rides, 3 kilo claimer. Had a great day in Alice Springs last Sunday with a treble of wins. She takes them out here for Tayan Halter. This horse has only had the one start in Darwin, finished 4th behind Star of Monsoon. That was in 0 to 62 grade, but another horse that caught the eye, finishing on well. So in the opener, the numbers are 3, 1 and 8. The second's the FRM Refrigeration and Electrical Handicap. We move to the 1200 metre gate here, and this one for the 0 to 76 sprinters. Not a big field, only the 5 of them to go round, and my numbers are 3, 1 and 2. 3 on top here for me, the mare, number 3, Poopee, trained by Tommy Logan. Adam Nichols in the saddle. Sonia Wiseman not riding at the meeting this weekend. I think she's away attending a friend's wedding. So Chippy Nichols, who won the Guineas last week, he gets the chance on Poopee here. Her run the other day here behind Ideas Man was super. That was over 1100 metres. The 1200 will suit better, and she really hit the line solidly to be only beaten 2.1 lengths. Her previous 3 starts in Darwin were all winning ones, and I think she'll get back to her best on Saturday. 3 on top for me, Poopee. To beat number 1, Mini Boom. Dead heated for first here a week ago. A really tough effort, the Phil Cole trained mare. Jade Hampson goes on this week, and that's key. 59 kilograms book weight, but with Jade's claim will carry 56 kgs. Carried 58.5 last week, so down in grade for a win. Is up, or down in weight for a win rather, is up in grade, but certainly if she's come through that run last week well, and I'm sure Phil wouldn't be lining her up if she hadn't, Phil Cole, she'll be very hard to beat. Number 1, Mini Boom, and in for third, number 2, Mighty Mert. Paul Denton for Tayan Halter. She'll be an improver, ran 6th the other day behind Mini Boom, and in his best form, Mighty Mert, he's riding this up to his ears. Numbers in the second, 3, 1 and 2. The third's the CJD Equipment Maiden Plate. For the non-winners, of course, this one over 1200 metres. My numbers here are 6, 2 and 4. Really impressed with AKONI last time out, trained by Gary Clark, Jared Todd aboard. Finished second and a good finishing second behind Pop Magic. That was here on the 11th of June. Hasn't been rushed back into action, had 4 weeks between runs. Going up from the 1100 to the 1200 should suit, and I think AKONI will be very, very hard to beat. Number 6. To beat number 2, Boy Big. He's done nothing wrong in his 2 starts here, trained by Kim Hahn. Adam Nichols aboard. 2 runs for 2 thirds behind Wolfburn and Kentucky Ruler. Of course, that's pretty good form now when you look at what Wolfburn did a week ago. And Boy Big must be right in the party here. And in for third, number 4, Umfana, trained by David Bates. Wayne Davis takes them out. Only had the 1 start here, finished 4th in that Pop Magic race. So taking a little bit of form around that particular event, and I think Umfana is an improver here. Numbers in the third, 6, 2 and 4. We move to the fourth, the 1100 metre event for the 3-year-olds, the Merit Partners 3-year-old handicap. This is a benchmark 66. 7 to go around here. Pretty couple of handy gallopers engaged here, and my numbers are 1, 2 and 4. He's racing really well, is number 1, Super Famous, trained by Johnny Peacock. Adam Nichols aboard, could be in for another good day. Chippy, he had a beauty last week, and he takes the mount here on Super Famous. Third, last time out behind Wilson's Prom, was a good tough effort. That was over 1,300. He's back in trip to the 1,100. He's only had the 4 starts at the Journey for 2 wins, a second and a third. And his earlier form in Darwin was first class. 2 good wins, 1 at 11, 1 at 1,200 metres. Should be very hard to beat number 1. Number 2, First Crusade, my second selection. Casey Hunter aboard for Chloe Baxter. Run here last time out on the 25th of June was super. Finished third on that occasion behind Star and Monsoon. Drew badly on that occasion and didn't get many favours in the run at all. In this smaller field, drawn 6, it's a wide-ish gate in the 7-horse field, but nowhere near as bad as the 11 it drew last time out. And looked to First Crusade to be hitting the line solidly. And in for third, number 4, Cassat. Fresh up for Phil Cole and Wayne Davis, and can run in the trifecta placings. Numbers in the 4th, 1, 2 and 4. The 5th, the AFA Insurance Handicap, the 0 to 58. We go to the 1,000 metres here. Good size field to go around in this one, and my numbers are 7, 3 and 1. Going with the first upper in the top end, Hinestrosa, trained by Gary Clark, Jared Todd in the saddle, formerly trained by Peter Moody in Victoria, and comes here off the back of some pretty good place form on the Ballarat synthetic track and also on the Pakenham synthetic. Hasn't had a run since the 29th of May, so first up run here, fresh up it will be on Saturday, but I just think the form around this 3-year-old looks pretty good to me if it can overcome that barrier draw, which is not easy, of course, out at 11. But I've got it on top, number 7. To beat number 3, Expert Witness, another one having a first up run. Has had a trial recently though. Tayan Holter trains and Paul Shires in the saddle. Its form last campaign was pretty solid. So I've got that into run 2nd. And then for 3rd, a stable mate of my first selection, Hinestrona. This one called the Mistral from the Gary Clark stable, formerly trained by Kim Waugh at in New South Wales. Paul Denton aboard. Pretty good form at Beaumont, Scone, Taree, those sort of tracks. And last start on the 17th of May at Port Macquarie. Lightly raced, 14 starts, 2 wins, a second, 3 thirds. I've got that into run 3rd. Numbers in the 5th, 7, 3 and 1. The feature, race 6, the Asian United Food Service Chief Minister's Cup. $60,000 up for grabs, 1,600 metres, always a good pointer. Of course, this race won 12 months ago by Highly Decorated. We know what he did after that, because he won the Darwin Cup. So always a good race, this. And even though there's only the 7 runners, my word, it's a good field. Lots of chances. You can't really leave any of them out. And it's a tough race and a really good race, our feature on the card. My numbers here are 7, 2, 6 and 3. 7 on top for me, Trident. He's a 1,600 metre specialist in my book. 3 starts at the Journey, 3 wins. He's trained by Mark Nine. He's got the services of Jason Lyon. His run here on the 18th of June when he finished 3rd over 1,000 metres was a tremendous performance. Came from a long way back. This is his pet trip in my opinion, the 1,600 metres, and I think Trident will get back to his very, very best, which saw him win 2 on the bounce, including at weight for age in Alice Springs during the carnival. 7 on top. To beat number 2, Maserati. You'd love to race a horse like this, just never goes a bad race for trainer Nicole Irwin. Siren Falk, good to see Siren back in action after a bit of a holiday, enforced holiday that is. And Maserati won last time out in the Rowan Cup. Stan Sakos rode on that occasion, but Siren goes aboard here. Never goes a bad race, as I mentioned earlier. I've got it in the mix, right in the mix, number 2. In for 3rd, number 6, the interesting runner for mine, Playoffs. Trained by Gary Clark, Jared Todd aboard. Had a trial here a few weeks back. I actually didn't see the trial. I was away in Alice Springs for the day, but had a quiet trial on that occasion. Not a cheap horse, this one, formerly trained by Kieran Maher, here for the big races. So we'll get a real good line on Playoffs on Saturday. Last started at Caulfield on the 9th of April. And then for 4th, number 3, Noir Daru, the runner-up in the Cup last year. That is the Darwin Cup, of course. Vanessa ran it for Jason Manning and certainly took the eye behind Maserati in the Rowan Cup, win 3rd. So my numbers in the feature, 7, 2, 6 and 3. The last on what should be a really good day, day 2 of the carnival, is the Arctic Installations Handicap. So over the 1600 metres as well. For the 62 rated gallopers, my numbers here are 4, 6 and 2. Mangione for me, trained by Kerry Petrick. Good to see Kerry with a winner here last week, Boom Boom Sweet. And Mangione to be ridden by Paul Denton. Comes out of a last start 4th behind Dominus. And Dominus broke the track record on that occasion on the 25th of June. But importantly, Boom Boom Sweet, who won last week here, ran 3rd in that race. So I think taking a line through Boom Boom Sweet, also trained by Kerry, Mangione, very hard to beat here. Number 4. Ahead of number 6 Against the Tide, Emma Steele aboard, and Stan Sakos takes the mount here. 4th the other day behind Boom Boom Sweet, so taking a little bit of that form on board in our deliberations here. Number 6 in for 2nd, and in for 3rd, number 2, Wicked Addiction, trained by Kim Healy. Wayne Davis takes the mount. Raced here behind Noble War on the 25th of June. Should be improved by that. That was its first run for a couple of months. Numbers in the last, 4, 6 and 2. Best bet of the day, race 3, number 6, AKONI. Race 3, number 6, AKONI. I think it'll break its maiden in this event. Was good in its only start in Darwin. So race 3, number 6, AKONI. While the best roughie is in race 5, number 6, Hatton Man. Can often go a good race in a fresh state. Race 5, number 6, Hatton Man. Well, that wraps up this edition of Top End Track Talk, but we'll be back again early next week for one of the feature days of the Carnival, Day 3. Of course, it's Bridge Toyota Ladies' Day, and that's on Wednesday, of course, the 13th of July. So we'll do a track talk early next week and have that out to you, and hopefully we've got a few winners in store. Until next week, good luck and good punting.